tell me about your case and the other person's case. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, thank you.
You know, my grandmother died when I was in college. It was before I made any decision to go to law school. And I think if my grandmother gave me anything, she gave me the confidence to believe things I haven't seen. I'd never met a lawyer before. I certainly never met a black lawyer before. So I had to believe I could be one, even though I had never seen one. We had to believe we could create an institution that could help condemned prisoners in a state that was very hostile to condemned prisoners. We had to believe we could build a museum and create a national memorial that honors thousands of victims of lynchings, even though there wasn't really precedent for that.
Tonight, we are taking this broken history, this denial of inequality and injustice, and we're trying to do something with it. Montgomery is not a perfect place. It's a broken place because we haven't done all the things we need to do to get to justice, but I am persuaded tonight that we can do it. And tonight, I want you to join us in making the beginning of this movement, this legacy museum, this memorial for peace and justice, more than a monument, more than a statue, more than a place. We want you to help us make it a movement. We want to create something that is lasting and changing, and we believe tonight that if we believe in freedom, if we believe in love, we can create a more just society. I want to thank all of you for being with us, standing with us, fighting for us, but mostly staying with us as we try to create a better tomorrow.
God, we want every heart, every spirit, every mind, every soul that walks through this place to remember. But we don't want them to just remember. We want them to be inspired. We want them to have hope. We want them to have courage. We want them to have faith. When they leave this place, we want grace and mercy and love to order their steps. Thank you. God bless you. Please be with us always.
We have a monument for every county in America where lynching took place. And we have a replica of each of those monuments at the memorial site. And we're asking communities to organize and come and claim their monument and bring it back to their community. There are hundreds of lynchings where thousands of people were complicit, were involved. Those lynchings represent a particular need for communities to say more, to do more, to memorialize these spots, to commit to protecting themselves from that legacy perpetuating racial bias for another generation. I believe we're all more than the worst thing we've ever done. We are a slave state, but we're more than slavers. We are a lynching state, but we're more than lynchers. We're a segregation state, but that's not all we are. The other things we are create an opportunity to do things that are restorative, that are rehabilitative, that are redemptive, that create possibilities of reconciliation and repair. I get frustrated when I hear people talking about how, if I had been living during the time of slavery, of course I would have been an abolitionist. And most people think that if they had been living when mobs were gathering to lynch black people on the courthouse lawn, they would have said something. Everybody imagines that if they were in Alabama in the 1960s, they would have been marching with Dr. King. And the truth of it is, I don't think you can claim that if today you are watching these systems be created that are incarcerating millions of people, throwing away the lives of millions of people, destroying communities, and you're doing nothing. I think there's something better waiting for us in this country than another century of conflict and tension and burden, because we won't face the legacy of our past. I think it's important that we understand all the brutal, all the ugly details, because those are the things that actually give rise to what might allow us to one day claim something really beautiful.